propelled you to do this daredevil stunt?
Well, the way I kind of got in motorcycle racing was kind of funny. I had a friend of mine that worked at a local motorcycle shop when I was 14 years old, and I was such a pain in the neck to him, I think he wanted me to start racing so something would happen to me. More than anything, even loan me his race bike. Well, I tried it, and I think I fell off in every corner. And he was hoping, but I always got up. So I think that's how it all started. But I progressed, and I moved into the novice category and into amateur and now into expert last year. And then I wanted to do something really exciting, so I started doing this jump. I wanted to kind of do something like Evel Knievel, but I wanted to do it different. And by different, I'm jumping without a down ramp, and I'm using a smaller size motorcycle.
But why does anybody want to do something like this?
Well, I was looking for something to do different. I've been racing for about 11 years. I've done just about everything. I've done oval track racing, motocross, hill climbing, scrambles, and even road racing. I never won any national championships. I won a lot of small races. I won one race which was classified as an international road race at Sebring, Florida. It was 125 miles. That was the only real big race I won. I almost won Daytona in 1964, but I had engine trouble 2 laps from the finish. Just more or less got bored with it. I wanted to do something really exciting, and I feel as though I have it. I've been asked many times, am I copying Evel Knievel? Well, I don't think so. I'm using a smaller motorcycle than he is, and I don't use a down ramp, and that makes my show different. This thing's got me tied up now. Boy, I'm just busy all the time.
How much travel are you doing, Bob?
Well, an awful lot. I plan to go probably 60,000 miles this year. I'm busy every weekend. At least 1 or 2 times a week I make my jump. And they're usually 400 to 500 miles apart. So it's a lot of highway.
Bob stole the headlines from Evel again with performing the first canyon jump on a motorcycle. This was the first one. He jumped an incredible 152 feet, ramp to ground, no landing ramp. Bob Gill was the first motorcycle daredevil to perform a stunt for a major corporate sponsor. Ryder Truck Rentals wanted something special, so Bob would set a new world record. With that commercial airing in prime time on all major TV networks, not even Evel had accomplished this yet. This historical jump was initially to take place a week or 2 before Evel's Sky Cycle jump over the Snake River Canyon. The jumpers of the day were always trying to outdo each other on their jumps, press releases, and press conferences relating to their jumps that would go down in history as some of the most dangerous, most innovative, and most creative. This was the biggest and longest jump ever to be attempted by any motorcycle jumper in the world. His form was perfect. Takeoff was flawless as usual, but he lands short into the embankment. But Bob survived and lived a very productive life. Bob suffered a crushed spine, but not severed, which leaves the possibility of at least 3 types of operations that could give Bob his legs back. You can donate to Bob's surgery by logging on to www.superstunts.us. Click on Bob Gill Walks Again Fund. Initially, he spent 10 months off and on in rehabilitation, and then built this custom Kawasaki 1973 model year street bike with hand controls to operate the bike. Bob could wheel up into the sidecar, maneuver over the cycle seat, and off he would ride. With this kind of freedom of movement, Bob thought of ways to raise money for other paraplegic survivors. Bob wanted to give back to all the organizations who assisted in his recovery, so he arranged a charity ride on his sidecar cycle. He rode over 8,000 miles over 34 days from St. Petersburg, Florida to Hollywood, California, via Boston, Massachusetts, and raised an astonishing $1.2 million, none of which he used for himself. Bob Gill stayed active in the motorcycle jumping business for a few years. After Bob Gill's career-ending injuries at the lake jump, he still wanted to be involved in the business he loved so much. Enter Bob Correll and his kite cycle. Bob utilized his contacts and helped engineer the innovative kite that would enable a motorcycle jumper to jump and glide hundreds of feet in a single ramp leap. The two Bobs joined forces and took the innovative cycle on the road. Better suited to big air jumps, the kite cycle may not have always performed as well as expected in their exhibitions, but Bob and Bob enjoyed their work and kept it real for their fans. Come along for the ride and experience how the kite cycle was supposed to perform when given the right conditions. This test was performed in Southern California, we believe at Paris Raceway, possibly near Lake Elsinore. It was spring 1975. This was history in the making.